So here we are just starting out. We've completed the what I call Hill Street, going up. This will of course wind around and it will come down around the other side of this large mountain. You can see that the size of the village, or the county as I call it, is actually 12 feet by 8 feet. There is the little lake or pond and the river and the mountain with waterfall. The bridge I also created. There's just a shot of it. Of course, everything is just kind of generically laid out right now until I get things more situated. There's some rough carving out in the styrofoam, but this is the close-up of the waterfall and the river. And you will notice also to do a nice resin lake on top of this mountain. This mountain was created out of a large styrofoam cooler that I got from work, and I just put brown paper, just like moving paper or packing paper, and wadded that up and then covered it with plaster and gauze, and then sprayed it with 3 different types of stone spray. And the waterfall is an interesting new twist that I did, and that is actually using painting it, the acrylic, the plaster, painting that first, and then pouring a tinted resin, and then putting, I should say, polyfiber strips. I pulled those and then kind of brushed them with a paintbrush a little bit while they were dry, and then put them on the waterfall and poured a tinted resin over that, and then took a toothpick and kind of pulled while the resin was still pretty wet but thick, and it would hold that fiber up to make waves, as you can see. And then just went ahead and let it dry, and poured a second layer of tinted resin with the colors that I wanted, and then kind of drizzled that down over it more, and then let that dry, and then painted it with white acrylic paint. The river, as you can see, has a nice gloss to it. I did not use any polyfiber on the river. What I did use was the acrylic paint, and then used modeling paste, Painters. The brand I used was Master's Touch modeling paste, and kind of pulled that up to make all those nice waves, and I had mixed acrylic paint and the colors I wanted into that, and pulled that down and around, and then covered the whole thing once it dried with Mod Podge luster. You could see that there are some cracks that developed, so that was one drawback to that, but otherwise it's really nice. I mean, I really like the look of it. Looks pretty nice. And of course then that is just a shot of the lake, and that is a resin lake. And then again I used the paint to create some of the whitewater, the waves, and modeling paste as well in that. And once again, and like I said, this is still a work in process here, but these are the views as it is currently, and more views will be forthcoming as we continue on. Thank you. God bless.